Welcome, you're watching Mainland. In today's news, sudden flooding threatens to inundate homes, traffic accident in wet conditions, men appear in court following assault, and GigaTown collaboration creates new regional showcase. As a result of heavy rain on Monday night, there was sudden surface flooding in Wakefield that threatened to inundate a number of homes. Tasman District Communications spokesperson Chris Choate said roads affected were the state highway around Pitfewer, also Higgins and Barton Lane. He says there were also issues up 88 Valley. Chris Choate says the local fire brigade was involved in a number of calls and police were concerned about the possibility of evacuations for up to 10 properties and asked for assistance from Civil Defence at around 9:50 p.m. Meanwhile, he says a Red Cross team was placed on standby to assist with welfare. Chris Choate says by 11 p.m, police reported that waters were receding and the state highway was open again in one lane. With improving weather and receding waters, no further actions were required. Mr Choate says Red Cross was stood down and CD stood down around midnight. He says this was an unusual event in that rainfall and river levels didn't suggest flood conditions. Engineering staff and contractors have been out on Tuesday. Meanwhile, on Tuesday morning on wet road conditions and heavy morning commuter traffic, an accident occurred on the corner of Eden Road and Main Road Hope when a truck misjudged traffic flow and speed and pulled out from a stop sign into an oncoming car, spinning the car out of control and into a hedgerow. The pregnant woman driver of the car and her toddler was shaken but uninjured. The driver of the truck was also uninjured. According to a neighbour, this had been the second accident on that intersection within 24 hours, with another having occurred the previous evening at the same spot. There was a surface flooding warning for that stretch of the road. A police spokesperson at the scene of the accident told Mainland TV News that the intersection was overdue for an upgrade and that Transit had approved the area upgrade, which would help prevent flooding issues and hopefully less accidents. Two men were due to appear in the Nelson District Court on Tuesday following a serious assault that left a 40-year-old man in a serious condition in Wellington Hospital's ICU. The victim was transferred to Wellington Hospital with serious head injuries after the attack outside a Rutherford Street house shortly before 11:30 p.m. on Saturday. He is now in an induced coma. A 19-year-old man and a 27-year-old were remanded in custody and were due to appear in the Nelson District Court on Tuesday morning. They are charged with wounding with intent to cause grievous bodily harm. Police are speaking with a number of witnesses and are not looking for anyone else in relation to the matter. Police Communications Advisor Barbara Dunn says the victim and his assailants were unknown to each other. Meanwhile, police monthly statistical indicators for the entire Tasman Police District, comparing April 2014 with April 2013, shows an increase in serious assaults and public place assaults, while also showing assaults on police have declined, as have the number of dwelling assaults. Mainland intern Carly Danner asked members of the public whether they felt Nelson has an issue with violence.
So do you believe Nelson has issues with violence, both street or domestic?
Nah, none at all. I don't reckon there's any at all.
Yes, but I feel it's probably a problem nationwide, not just in Nelson.
I think there is, but it's always hidden. You never know until you speak to people. When you talk to somebody, you do find out there is problems at home.
Boy, what I saw on TV the other night, yes, I think there is with the young ones. I do think so, yes, yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
It's getting better though. It is getting better under the new regime as far as the police go. So they've cleaned it up quite a bit.
Definitely, yes, I do.
Yes, I do. I think that Nelson has a lot of violence and a lot of domestic.
Completely. I mean, the binge drinking has got out of hand. There's too many young ones out there that are going absolutely hard out on the alcohol, the drugs, and when the legals were here, I'm so pleased that they've gone because they screw up these kids.
So do you think people drinking alcohol before they go out causes more issues?
Yeah, I guess it does, but it's only because it's a lot cheaper.
Yep, they definitely try and preload and probably binge drink before they even head out.
Yes, I do. Back from my day, yes, I do, yes.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, scary thought, really.
Yeah, no, very much so. Yeah, everyone preloads, it's cheaper. Then when they go to a bar, they're only buying 1 or 2 drinks. So, of course, the bars don't make much money out of it, but, of course, the bottle stores do.
Of course it does, they can see it.
Oh, absolutely. I totally agree with that. It sure does. Yeah, there's a lot of really drunk people around very early at night, not just late, but, you know, they're drinking on the way to town and, yeah, so...
It does, because they can get it for so much cheaper. Then what they do is they go into town, they're absolutely cut, and then that's when all the fights break out because they're already drunk.
Take 10 film production companies, a video competition with crazy deadlines, and a range of can-do creative organisations in Nelson, and what do you get? The answer is a show-stopping display of teamwork from local film producers. Companies ranging from small businesses including local IT organisations and breweries through to our large local fishing and forestry industries have stepped up to be filmed over the 3-week period of the challenge. From all our businesses, the message is loud and clear: Nelson can become the digital hub of New Zealand, with UFB attracting overseas businesses to Nelson. Doug Polan of Sea Lords says it's a real opportunity to keep young people here. Ian Craig of Core Transport Technologies says if Nelson won GigaTown, it would create an environment with a perfect lifestyle, a great educational platform, and that would attract people from outside at the top of their game in IT to come to Nelson. Sue Jepson, GigaTown Nelson's project manager for the business video, says if the criteria for winning this competition are collaboration and creativity, then Nelson would be the world champion. She says the level of cooperation and collaboration amongst the commercial film producers and enthusiasm amongst our local businesses has been nothing short of breathtaking. Claire Atkins, a GigaTown campaign spokesperson, says an ongoing feature of this competition has been the genuine benefits which have been accrued along the way from the development of a genuine grassroots up online community through the recent murals by SQ1 and the development of a potential digital strategy which will benefit the whole region. Likewise, the Nelson Business Videos Showcase, which has been created from this challenge, will be a resource to support business creation and growth for Nelson in the future. If you would like to support Nelson, go to gigatown.co.nz, register and select Nelson as your hometown to get 27 points for Nelson. You can also get points by using the GigaTown hashtag on the GigaTown Nelson Facebook page or by using it on Twitter or other social media platforms, going to gigatownnelson.co.nz for more information. Businesses who would like to support the campaign should email information@gigatownnelson.co.nz.
If Nelson won GigaTown, we would take over the solar system as it lives today and make it one happy Nelson neighbourhood.
How can ultra-fast broadband change the way Sea Lord does business?
What type of IP connection does Sea Lord have?
Nelson Airport is the 4th busiest airport in New Zealand, and it's a business community in itself. So on the airport we have a lot of major businesses. In New Zealand, HNZ Global, in New Zealand Technical, which is a major engineering firm, Flight for Life, Rescue Helicopter, all of those people use technology in a big way, and that technology is advancing all the time.
A revolution like GigaTown, it would allow us to reach out to all those resources all around the world and have them at our fingertips.
The local Nelson community is ready to become New Zealand's smartest city.
If Nelson won GigaTown, it would open up Nelson to the world and bring the world to Nelson.
But we're a little community, and you know, we've got restraints at the moment, and I think letting a few of those restraints go will really help bring this into a truly vibrant city. Standard broadband package here, we use it, we stream music to listen to in the kitchen while we're doing our prep, and we use a lot of social media, Twitter, Facebook, etc. Try and connect with our customers.
Snap IT produces cameras, so effectively we have created our own camera. We've designed and built our own hardware, our own software, our own infrastructure, and it's a camera that's quite unique. It's able to see 360 degrees, so it can effectively see an entire hemisphere. There's so many things that we do.
We provide logistics tracking systems for packages for the US Postal Service, domestically and internationally. We'd be doing about 500,000 scans a day, tracking that mail, and it is tracked across 70 locations in the US and multiple locations worldwide. So we actually provide the infrastructure via the internet. It allows the Postal Service to track all sorts of events that relate to container handling, package handling and aircraft handling. So
we rent a space 3 days a week in the Bridge Street Collective, which is a shared office in Nelson, and which has fibre, so that makes it much more efficient for us to deal with those sort of data assets. Well, make it easier for us to live the lifestyles that we came to Nelson to live, working from home and making the most of Nelson and the lovely place that it is.
Tally's Group Nelson is the deep sea division of Tally's Group, which is headquartered in Motueka. Out of our Nelson office here, we run a fleet of deep sea fishing ships. We've got 8 ships that operate from this facility. Those ships have a staff of around 350 people. We've got about 170 people full-time on site, shore-based. We're selling that fish to about 65 countries.
We host a lot of weddings here on the village green, and we have brides from all around the world. We had one from Hong Kong last year, and one of the big advantages of having a fast broadband connection would be to have videos live stream the service back to friends and family back in Hong Kong or in Australia or wherever they come from would be just fantastic. When we win GigaTown in Nelson, the Monaco Apartments, Grand Mercure will firstly have a great big party, and we'll celebrate with all of the fabulous, passionate people that have worked so hard to win the bid.
If Nelson won GigaTown, it truly would be a game changer that would take Nelson to the world.
An opportunity to learn all about the inquisitive Kia and how to live together without conflict is coming to Motueka on Tuesday the 24th of June. The Kia is well known for its explorations in alpine car parks, but over the past couple of years Kia have been venturing down towards the Abel Tasman beach settlements, and not everyone appreciates their presence. Lee Marshall, Department of Conservation Ranger Services Biodiversity, says a visit by the Kia Conservation Trust will provide people with ways of learning how to live peacefully with this cheeky bird, as well as learning about the species. She says Kia are neophilic, they love exploring anything new, they're attracted to human activity and belongings, and anything soft and pliable is of particular interest. She says anything which provides a food reward is even more interesting. She says they're also the world's only mountain parrot, highly intelligent and a nationally threatened species. She says fewer than 5,000 kiwi remain, found only in the South Island of New Zealand. The Kia Conservation Trust note that Kia face 9 major threats to their continuing existence, one of which is human reaction to conflict situations. After the break, we'll bring you the latest weather update and some events and happenings coming up from around the region.